So why did you cut this saddle like this?
Some nice, David.
Half of bottle whiskey.
Not
in
me.
The morning.
No, not me.
Welcome back to the YouTube channel Natural Loghouse. My name is Leo, I'm the filmer for this channel and apprentice, and with me is Andrej, the real craftsman that will share with you a lot of tricky details.
Hello everybody.
And he will show you also a few tricks with a chainsaw, like this one actually on the screen right now. Let me tell you, in this build we will continue right where we left in the last episode. Last time you saw how we prepared the base logs for the floor logs. And if you haven't seen the first episode, well, we encourage you to start there and then come back here. You can just click the link that pops up in the top right corner right now.
In this second episode of this build, we will install the floor logs and the second row of logs that covers them. For me, this is one of the most difficult part of the construction because we have so many saddles that we have to fit perfectly.
As you see, we're talking to you from a sauna that it's gonna be in.
We are finishing it now and it's going to be in one of our next episodes. So if you don't want to miss it, don't forget to subscribe and follow us.
So why did you cut this saddle like this?
This is one of the load-bearing elements and it has to be a little bit stronger than just this. And we simply leave this piece as a beam inside the log.
So this is the first ceiling log with this technique for this house, I mean.
This is for this house, yeah.
What do you think? How it turned out?
Thank God.
Yeah, as you see, Andrij just ignored my question. It's not easy to get information out of Andrij when he's working. Sometimes it feels like the stars need to align for him to share his deep knowledge. So yeah, don't take it for granted.
No, sometimes there are too many questions in 1 minute, so sometimes simply you don't get a chance to answer them. Here you can see why we did this additional structure, this little beam inside. If we wouldn't did this, the log itself, because of the cut, it would push this one out. Now when we did this little beam inside, it sits on that beam straight and it doesn't push. It's not pushing this log out. Also nice, very nice, David. Over there.
Always I must scribe the logs because Andrij drink too much alcohol, half of bottle whiskey
Not
in
me.
the morning.
No, not me. No,
So-
not me, not me.
My hand is very
Calm.
Your hand is stable.
yes. He is
Let me help a little bit.
no.
If you're wondering why these saddles are cut in half, this time floor logs are installed in that way so that they are not visible on the outside. Simply the customer wanted it this way. And for that we are making only half of the saddles and notches that are visible on the inside.
Now the editing is moving fast forward, but if you have any questions about these notches, please leave them in the comments. So, Andrij, why you don't let me do the plunge cut here?
Well, it's quite simple. When cutting the plunge cut, you must master the chainsaw more than you know now, because it's too dangerous. The kickback of the saw may damage the log and you. But of course I care more about the log. You will heal and the log should be replaced if you damage it too much. Maybe you don't see it clearly now, but these last two floor logs are installed only to the half of the house, because the other half will be open gallery all the way to the roof of the house.
In the last episode we asked you guys to help us get a lead on a new crane, because Andrij is always playing with electricity and fixing the one that we have now. I know it's a long shot to ask you to help us with the crane, but actually an amazing thing happened and one of our subscribers wrote to us. His name is Andrija and he said that if we pass him in subscribers, he will give us a new crane.
Yeah, like in your dreams, yeah.
No, really, like, look what, well...
Yeah, you can talk about it, but it's not gonna happen.
Well, he didn't contact me, I messaged him, he's a friend, but look what he said when I asked him.
Okay, I can do it. I have a brand new lift that I used only for a month and I don't need it anymore. It will be waiting for you if it ever happens. I'll ask Nick about that.
I think it's real.
I don't believe it's real.
Well, if you wanna help, just be like Andrija and subscribe to our channel and let Nick take care of the rest. Alright, so we are now done with the floor logs. What's happening next?
Akcija!
Here we have to install the top logs that is covering the floor logs, and that's the last log that we are installing in this house, because the rest of it will be closed with boards, large boards. So as we said in previous episode, this is almost all of the logs that we're going to use in this build.
And as you said in the beginning, that's for you the hardest part, because you need to be really precise.
Yes, there are so many saddles and notches, and you have to be careful with scribing and cutting later.
So here we have Aleš scribing everything, and it's always best if only one person scribe one log, right?
Yes, every individual has its own way to hold the scriber. Everybody is maybe leaning it in one direction or the other, but if you do it constantly throughout the log, leaning it on the one side, it's not a problem. When it's cut like that, it's okay. But if two persons are scribing and each of them is leaning the scriber in the different direction, then there is too much difference and gaps appears.
I would like to make these videos more adapted to you guys that are watching them, so I'm fast forwarding all this chainsaw work here, but if you would like to see more the details of this chainsaw work, please let us know in the comments. This hole in this log, why is Aleš doing it?
It's hard to understand, but the log that is going to sit on that one has the same beam structure installed inside. Simply a load-bearing log, and we had to make it stronger because the level of this upper logs is all in one level. We don't have the gap between them, so it has to be stronger. If you don't do this, simply it would be cut in half.
In all our builds we'll use a lot of tools. So for example, if you're interested in this air blower that we use it almost every episode, we made the Amazon list of all our tools, and if you buy something from that list, you support this channel, you support us, you will get your tool and we will get just a small percentage, and that will help us make more videos that you watch for free. Here is Andrej answering YouTube comments actually, and well, thank you guys for all the comments that you gave us on the last episode. Really thank you. We know that you're watching the episode all the way, and that means a lot. Our subscriber Nick Riavec and also our future crane donator also wrote something in that comment section, so you can go check it out.
Here we are cutting a corner of the floor logs. Just a practical way to leave more room for the upper log to make it stronger, so we don't have to cut this corner in the upper log that's sitting on it. As you can see, the upper log is cut in half, so every centimeter of material that we spare is useful.
If you watched the last episode, Andrej said that if you want to have a Scriber, you have to buy it, right? You have to pay for it. And what is this Scriber? Where did you get this one, Andrej?
This is actually I got it for free. That's one of the benefits of us being craftsmen. Actually, this is my new log Scriber, and it is actually called my log Scriber. I have 3 Scribers now, and I can only say that this one is far better than the other 2. So if someone wants to know more about it, we put a link to it in the description below. And of course, it is made in Germany. It's really good quality. We got a lot of questions about the prices of the house that we're building. So you have to understand that prices are individual part of the house and personal information about our customers. So please understand, we cannot give you this information about prices of the house. If it's about you, if it's for your house that you're planning to build, then it's a different thing. Here we are measuring and cutting the pillars. This will be the first part that we are installing on for this house on the construction site. On these pillars, the construction that we made, that you saw in this episode with the floor logs, are going on these pillars. This yellow color of the log that you can see, this is actually basic impregnation of the logs that works for moles and mushrooms and some insects. This is basic impregnation. It's colored just so that we know which part of the log is already colored or sprayed. This color fades with time and the log gets the natural look again.
We would like to hear what you think about this build so far. In the next episode we will show you how we build the purlins and the ridge log. And don't forget to subscribe, Nick Riavec did.